Hello, everyone. Good morning and happy Thursday. My name is Elena Riley, and thank you very much for joining me here at the Alert Center, where I bring you all of our top headlines every weekday morning. So let's head into our first one about the Crossroads development. All right, well, the Crossroads development off 72nd and Dodge Streets here in Omaha was back in the spotlight yesterday. Alongside developers, the city of Omaha held a town hall yesterday to get feedback on a renewed effort to finish the project for $860 million. And 5 years ago, the Crossroads Mall was demolished to make way for a new retail hub. The original timeline had it set to be completed last year, but plans with two previous developers fell through. And City Councilman Pete Festerson says the entire redevelopment is anticipated to be done by 2032, which is what the agreement requires. And Gamescape by Cinemark, a family entertainment center, is coming to the property. There are three phases in this project, with the first expected to be finished in 2028. Now to more top headlines. An Omaha man has been sentenced for his role in a shootout with Washington County deputies back in January. So David Betcher, he's 49, he pleaded no contest on Tuesday to charges of possession of a firearm by a prohibited person, use of a firearm to commit a felony, and attempted first-degree assault. Well, Judge Zachary Blackman presided over the hearing and sentenced him to 70 to 90 years of incarceration. And several charges were dropped, including possession of meth, use of a firearm to commit a felony, attempted second-degree assault, and intentional child abuse without injury. Well, the litany of charges stem from a traffic stop that escalated into a shootout. That's in Arlington. That was on January 7th. And a woman is in the hospital after she was shot while inside a vehicle in North Omaha. That happened on Tuesday night. Omaha police officers responded to this shooting near 31st and Parker Streets. It's just after 11 p.m. on Tuesday. And officers found a 29-year-old woman with multiple gunshot wounds. She was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. That's what we're told. Well, an initial investigation led officers to believe the woman was in the car with one other person when a dark-colored sedan pulled up next to it, and the people inside then fired shots. Well, the investigation is ongoing. Anyone with information, you can contact Crime Stoppers anonymously at 402-444-7867 via the Crime Stoppers website or via the P3 Tips mobile app there. Well, Brian Cruz, election commissioner for Douglas County, is leaving his position after serving for a decade. A news release from his office yesterday said Cruz plans to head to work for the Forest Lawn Cemetery and Funeral Home as its general manager, and he will be returning to the industry he worked in before becoming the county election commissioner. Well, his resignation will be effective on January 9th, and according to state law, election commissioners for counties with at least 100,000 people and residents there, it's Douglas, Lancaster, and Sarpy counties, it must be appointed by the governor. And applications for this position are due to the governor's office by 5 p.m. on November 26th. Applications can be submitted online via the Nebraska governor's website or sent to the office of the governor at P.O. Box 94848 there in Lincoln. And there will be a ribbon cutting to celebrate the grand opening of the Forest City Recreation Area. That's in Gretna today. It is the latest flood reduction reservoir and recreation area there in Sarpy County. That's according to a release. And there is 80 acres of park space with a 1.3-mile loop trail, as well as kayak and canoe launches, a fishing pier, as well as picnic areas. And according to the website, the lake will provide ample angler access and a fishing pier that allows for wheelchair access for additional accessibility. Well, you're invited to join the Papio NRD in the city of Gretna for this event at 1 p.m. today. That's at 204th Street and Schramm Road there. And my last headline this morning is that today, the 9th annual Veterans Shine On ceremony will be held at Memorial Park here in Omaha, honoring our veterans. The event will feature a wreath-laying ceremony and a grand lighting of the World War II colonnade. And Mayor John Ewing Jr. and Omaha City Councilman Pete Festerson will speak in the ceremony. It will be held from 6 to 7 p.m. at the park. That's at 6005 Underwood Avenue. And participants can expect refreshments at this event as well. So looks so pretty. Oh my goodness. This was last year's event. Great to honor our veterans there. All right, we'll head to our website here where I have all these top headlines. This is 6 Things You Need to Know. It's Thursday, November 6th. I bring this web story to you at about 6 a.m. every morning, as well as this live stream at about 8 a.m. If we go here, you can catch me back at about 10 a.m. The Nebraska Governor Pillen will be signing an executive order. So we will have that here live on First Alert 6. If you want to tune back in, Attorney General Mike Hilgers will be joining him for this signing, so we are excited to hear more on that. All right, well, thank you very much for starting your morning off with me, and have a good rest of your day. Hope you'll join me back here at 10.